Hey everybody, welcome back to, I guess we'll do this on Fashion Figure Friday, although I'm trying to switch things around eventually. This is Barbie Bazaar from September, October 1994. Might even do Magazine Monday or something. Barbie Bazaar Collector's Magazine, September, Volume 6, Number 5, or Issue 5. On the front we have Art, Design, and Barbie. So free, so fabulous. Price guide after page 70. Let's see what we got inside here. Now, as with any of these older books, they're going to probably fall apart if I pull them too far, but yeah, I'll try. All right, so the contents right here on the right. Native American 1 and 2. I love those Native American dolls. Kitties Collectibles. That does not look like a kitty cat. All right, Paul David used to be a great place to buy from. What if these places are still around? You know, since the internet, I don't even think about it. See if I can get this to crack from the crack. All right, hopefully you can find some kind of angle for that. You know, you're sitting there thinking, isn't it nice outside yet? Oh no, we got this heat wave again, and then it's supposed to rain for the next few days. But it's been hot and humid in September. We're at the end of September, ready to go to October. Hot and humid. And I thought it was just down here, but up in my mom's, she lives 200 miles away, it's just as hot, if not hotter, but they have a bigger range. Like their cold nights are 59, or ours are 69 or 70. Actually, I woke up this morning to 76 degrees. Well, nope. There's a lot of fog outside too. I'm just not feeling it. And they're like, shut up, I'm trying to read. Well, pause it then. Pause it. Art, Design, Barbie. Okay, that's just creepy. Putting Barbies in can jars. That looks more like something from some kind of horror movie. A chandelier made out of Barbie. Okay, some people have different taste in art than my personal taste. Okay, I'm just not into the modern art stuff, I guess. I recon. I ain't into it. Okay, well, there's some more art, if you call it that. I'd say it looks like the woman from Dynasty. It is. It's Elizabeth Taylor. All right, 20 years of Mattel's doll specialist. Judy She's I don't know. Why am I even trying? If I don't know it, I don't know it. All right, let me get, if I can get the angle right here so you can see it, because this crack is really tight. Must have never opened this book. 1964, Dreamcatcher and Dinette. Someone's in the dinette with somebody. Dinah. Oh, someone's in the kitchen with Dinah is what it is. I was trying to combine two words. Someone's in the diner with kitchen. Just in Time from Fossil. Okay. I didn't know they made Barbies old enough to become fossils. I think I skipped a page. Nope. She looks awfully familiar. Janie Wright Talks. Oh, if only we had color pictures back then. Can't believe mine eyes. Now, when I see my and eyes together, it drives me crazy, but is that normal? Is that real English? Because I always was pronouncing it mine eyes. Like you had to have a consonant between the two vowels. Red-haired. That's pretty. That's a Francie. Francie was probably the closest thing we had to like Lika and Jenny, like her face. Although the 80s Skipper was very peekaboo looking, like a Tammy Faye looking, really. Which came first, the face of the 80s Skipper or Tammy Faye Baker? I don't know. Sorry. Okay. I've not seen anything that flicks my bick yet. Like I said, I really got back into Barbie around 95, not 85. 80s, the only thing I had of Barbie in the 80s that was new, semi-new, was Beach Blast Barbie. Because she looked amazing with that crimped hair and that very modest two-piece swimsuit. It was more like a sports bra top instead of the bikini top. I was like, that's the way it should be. A very modest, very modest. Oh, look, there's a Barbie from Japan. Basically the Jenny or Lika face. Alright, so not sure if all the articles are showing up, but hopefully they will for the people who are interested in reading these. It's kind of hard to get the lighting perfect inside. I think actually the camera, yep, the camera's right in line with my eyes at least, so I can only wonder if it's in the crack. If I could see it's out of the crack, you can see it's out of the crack, hopefully. But the angle up there should be better for glare because it's less of a... Although I don't see any glare on these two pages, but when I look through the camera, I see a glare right there. But I don't see any glare from my angle. and theoretically, the higher you go, the less of a glare you're going to see. At least when I was a lifeguard, that's the reason we sit in those high chairs. Because you got a better angle of refraction than reflection. Maybe that doesn't work for glares. Maybe it just works for water since you're looking through a medium. These chairs are pretty cool. I like that one. All right. Adds, multiplies, divides, subtractions. All right, none of this stuff is going to be really that important. Here we go, the price guide. And we got the Skipper doll. So bendable leg skipper, it's mint in box, worth $230 to $260. I wish. That was about 95, so 2005, 30 years ago. Dag nabbit. Oh, I always wanted her. I have a redhead. Isn't the one that I got from the, I got too many treasures to enjoy them all, but I'm pretty sure that mine is like this with the red hair. I don't know though. I just had to have it, and then I'd like never even play with it. It's the Silkstone with Skipper. I'm trying to get that glare off of there. There's definitely no glare from my perspective, but on the camera it looks like there's a glare there. There's the Japanese living Ellie. Not to be confused with Ellie Mae Clampett. I always dug their really groovy clothing. And look at Samantha from Bewitched. I always thought that was her. There's a Japanese Sunset Ellie. Or is it Eli? I had this swimsuit when I was a kid. I did not know who it went to. I just knew it was a Malibu swimsuit. Whoa, look at that one. That's really cool. It's a totally different face. That would be awesome to have right there. I mean, that's pretty too. I have one of those, I'm pretty sure. but I didn't know what the swimsuit went to when I was a kid. You know, when you're a kid, you get like shoe boxes of stuff that people give you or hand down, or you end up picking up at flea markets or yard sales or whatever. I do remember this one at the flea market. It had like a bag. It was an indoor flea market. It was in the wintertime too. I remember it being cold. She had a bag full of clothing, and I went through it, and every piece was like a quarter each or something. And she had Michael Jackson clothing, and at that time Michael Jackson was popular. And I don't care, his clothing is still cool. I grabbed some of those out of there. There's that, what is like Ellie Mae Clampett. That was really, really cool. So that's how I got a lot of clothing, you know, back in the day. That's why I want to do like an every Tuesday, do Tuesday Taylor and Friends. Instead of calling it Tuesday with Tuesday Taylor, it's just a long title. I think I'll call it Tuesday with Tuesday Taylor and Friends, and I'll just dress her in something different every Tuesday. And then whoever friend she has, whether they're new or old, they'll try on something different, because I got so many clothing, I will never run out of episodes. Just kind of have her having some friends over, wearing something different every week. Although Rick, I don't have any clothes for him. I have one Ricky doll. I have one that has, actually I have two, because I got one for $5, and he had like blue on his lips, and I was like, what is he doing, kissing on an old Barbie back for like 30 years in a box? Because you know how you get like a green ear? He had green lips. Like, not like it looked like it was his lipstick, it was like on the side of his cheek. And then I got another Ricky later for, I don't know, pretty cheap. Because I never could get the Oxy. I tried the Oxy 10 thing too. Didn't work. Swell Dolls. I think that was the name of the store up in Chapel Hill. The Swell Doll Store or something like that. I could be wrong. It's been a long time. That was back in the around 2000 something. Maybe around 2000. I can't remember. Back when I used to drive all over the place, I would never drive like I used to drive. Plus, the heart condition I have, it's gotten, you know, progressively worse as you get older. Like just going down to Myrtle Beach sometimes, like it's only a 30-minute trip, but well, 45-minute trip, depending on traffic. I have to take breaks just going there, and it's like, man, I start numbing up, and I'm like, I gotta pull over. I better find a gas station or something just to hang out in. Y'all are like, I don't care. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not like going boo-hoo, woe is me. I'm just saying I used to drive all over the place, and now it's like, pfft, I won't even go to another city. Like I won't even go to Wilmington. Now this is an emergency. Coquette, I remember that, but I thought it was a smaller French doll. Or it was a French company. This one, that looks familiar. Anyway, so I was just like taking a backtrack because I kind of went through this blabbing on. All right, so that was a little bit better, I think. I like the Skipper stuff from this magazine. I like the little thing in the back because it shows you old stuff. It's really cute and cool. Look, I kind of went through this a little too fast. I want to go back through it again real quick. Midge Ski Fun. I never had that one. I had this one. Because they were like $9.99 or something at KB Toys. Wow, I would love to have a Steffi doll from back in the day. Look at those pants, they're so cool. I love those pants. They look like something my mom would have wore back in the 70s. And that was what everybody was wearing in 1976, about something like that. It says 1972, but I swear that looks more like 76. But, you know, that's completely Ellie Mae Clampett. Now, Pose and Play Tiff is adorable, and she's got that athletic body that you can move like all over the place. Kind of like Star, remember Star? Now, I don't know if she has high heels to short, you know, flat feet. Oh my gosh, Quick Curl Kelly. I would kill for that one. $60 to $75, I wish. She is so pretty. Look at that red hair and that beautiful face. I've always liked Kelly. But she is adorable. I love that little stop sign shirt. That is so cute. There was one Kelly I've been dying for my whole life, but I'll never be able to afford it. She was like $400 I've ever seen for it. And that's the Camp, something Camp Kelly. I think it's Yellowstone Camp. she's just gorgeous. That she's got like a tan and everything. I'm sure I can just make a PJ look like her, you know, if I knew how to do the hair thing. But anyway, I should just go on eBay and buy every PJ doll. I just love that face. You know what? I should appreciate the things I have. That's what I really should do. You know that? That's what I really should do. Well, hey, thanks for spending time with me today. And let me know what you liked in this magazine and what parts of the magazine do you like best. You know, just talk to me. I like to get, you know, feedback from other fellow Barbie collectors who remembers having these things back in the day. My memories go back as early as the early 70s, but that's about it. I can't go back much further than that, obviously. All right, but yeah, it's just fun to look through these magazines again. It's kind of like a trip down memory lane. Although 1994, I was not into dolls at the time. It wasn't until Teen Skipper came out that I was like, all right. Right before that, though, one of these Toy Fair magazines, not one of these in particular, Toy Fair, Toy Marts, whatever, somebody made a bunch of Legion of Superheroes out of dolls that they painted a Barbie. So you could paint a Barbie's body. Oh my gosh, that's freaking brilliant. That's what got me into it. And I even found the gymnast bodies I was like, oh my gosh, they're like action figures basically, not even rubbery bodies. So that's what got me into collecting dolls again. But then when I was on the aisle one day, I was like, oh my gosh, Teen Skipper. She looks like Marsha Brady, updated. And that long hair, that's what got me into collecting dolls as dolls, not as action figures. Again. All right, well, hey, I babbled enough. Y'all have a wonderful day.